global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. The man it concerns most in the issue of declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State, talking about the governor of the state. Similarly, Fubara has finally reacted to the state of emergency declared by Bola Tinubu in his state. So he's no more the governor, he's under suspension based on what Tinubu has said. But first of all, let's look at what he has to tell the people of Rivers State, considering the fact that he's the man in the middle of all this wahaha. Now, according to the speech made by the executive governor of Rivers State, he says, "My dear Rivers people, I address you today with a deep sense of responsibility and calm as we navigate this unfortunate moment in our state political history. Since assuming office as your governor, all my actions and decisions have been guided by my constitutional oath of office and a great sense of duty. We prioritize the protection of lives and property and ensure the continuous progress of our dear state. Even in the face of the political impasse, we have remained committed to constitutional order and the rule of law, putting the interests of our people above all else. This was why immediately after Mr. President's intervention to broker peace, we did not hesitate to implement the agreed terms in good faith, including welcoming back commissioners who had previously resigned on their own volition. Furthermore, we moved swiftly to comply with the Supreme Court's judgment. Immediately, we received the certificate true copy of the judgment to return the state to normalcy. These steps were taken not for the personal gains, but to foster peace, unity, and stability in our dear state. Unfortunately, at every turn, members of the Rivers State House of Assembly frustrated our effort, thus making genuine peace and progress difficult. Our priorities remain the security of lives and property and advancing the well-being and prosperity of Rivers people. Yes, we have political disagreement, but good governance has continued. Salaries have been paid and great projects were being executed to move the state forward. Above all, Rivers State is safe, secured, and peaceful under our watch. At this critical time, I urge all Rivers people to remain peaceful and law-abiding. We will engage with all relevant institutions to ensure that our democracy remains strong and that Rivers State continues to strive. We have always been a resilient people and we will face this situation with wisdom, patience, and unwavering faith in the democratic process. God bless Rivers State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Similarly, Fubara, GSS, RS. That was his position. But guess what? It's not just him alone. A lot of people have also reacted to this sudden decision by the president to declare state of emergency in Rivers State. The PDP is not left out. It has been called Black Monday. It was a Black Monday for them, Black Tuesday for them, considering the fact that they lost a lot of things. Their, National Secretariat was revoked and now state of emergency was declared in one of their state. And the Governors Forum leader or chairman had to speak up, talking about Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, and he expressed great concern over the political situation in Rivers State, which he believed has been exacerbated by Tinubu's action, and the forum particularly criticized Tinubu's silence regarding the involvement of Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, in the crisis. The governors argued that Wike's rule in the situation has become a law upon itself due to the president's passivity and enabling behavior. The PDP governor expressed their solidarity with Governor Fubara and the people of Rivers State, criticizing the suspension of democratic rule as a dangerous and regressive move. They warned that such action would endanger Nigerian democracy, exacerbate existing political crisis, and destabilize the nation's economy and security. And this was what the forum, talking about the PDP Governors Forum, have to say. They say the People Democratic Party's Governors Forum notes with grave concern and utter misgiving the suspension of the democratic rule in Rivers State by President Bola Tinubu in his nationwide broadcast of Tuesday, 18th March 2025. These unwarranted but premeditated attack on Rivers State and the People Democratic Party and other opposition parties is today the greatest threat to democracy in our dear country, Nigeria, and it is an ill wind that will blow no one any good. The forum also highlighted the response from the Nigerian Bar Association, which expressed concern over the suspension of elected officials and stressed that the declaration of a state of emergency must adhere to constitutional limit. The PDP Governors Forum aligned itself with the NBA stand, warning that the decision is unconstitutional and unacceptable. In conclusion, the forum urged President Bola Tinubu to reconsider his decision, acknowledging that he has acted impulsively and made serious mistakes. Let me quote them. They said the forum completely aligned itself with the NBA and promises to subject Section 305 subsection 3 of the Constitution to judicial interpretation. These totalitarian shenanigans is unacceptable and cannot stand. The PDP governor called on the president to heed wise counsel and reverse the decision before it causes further harm to Nigerian democracy and stability. But we all know that the president cannot reverse the state of emergency. It came as a huge shock to Nigerians, because if you look back at what had happened in other states where state of emergency was declared, first in the list was, I'm talking about this period of democracy in Nigeria when it started in 1999. 1992, we saw this happening when the state of emergency was declared by Obasanjo in Plateau State. Governor Darie was the governor then, and the reason why that happened was because of the in-season killing and the anti-religious crisis that was bedeviling that state. As at then, so many people lost their lives, and it was like a continuous thing. Because of the crisis, the president had to stand up and say, state of emergency for the next 6 months. But that of Rivers State comes as a huge shock to people, because number one, it was just the issue of political crisis, which we all know where it was traceable from. It was coming all the way from FCT minister, the lack of readiness on the part of the lawmakers to align with the Supreme Court verdicts, refusing his representation of the budget. But that's not too much for anyone to bear, considering the fact that there was no loss of life. The only time that we had issues in Rivers State was just the issue of explosion of the oil pipeline. Outside of that, there had been serenity and peace in Rivers State. So the big question is, why make that kind of decision? And why should it be in a PDP state? And a lot of things that happen. When we talk about that crisis, a lot of things happened yesterday, which already points to the fact that the fight against opposition party in Nigeria is coming like a wild wind, and I don't know how they are going to be able to contend with this. And the only way I feel that they can contend with the fight that is coming against opposition is for the key political party, opposition party, to merge together and prepare themselves for 2027. Without that, we will see a situation whereby even the president's position will be unopposed, because if there is issues left, right, center, and SDP is here having issues, Labour Party having issues, NNPP having issues, PDP having issues, the divide and rule style taking the central position in all of these places, automatically the president may likely go unopposed. So I think the opposition parties need to come together and realign their decisions and realign their commitment to the Nigerian people, so that they can give a tough fight come 2027. State of emergency in Rivers State, quite a shocking one, I must say. The governor has spoken as peaceful as he had always been. He has told the people of Rivers State remain calm and peaceful, while PDP is expecting that within this period, the president would have a rethink and will possibly reverse, that declaration. But we know who the president is. He has never gone against his word. I mean, one of it that Nigerians were expecting him to go against was the issue of removing oil subsidy. Nigerians suffered a great deal of blow during that period, but up till today, Nigerians have learned to live by it. So, which means if he makes a decision whether you call it is impulsive or not, he won't change his mind. We'll like to leave it there. Let's be in our conversation and talk more on this. What's your standpoint on what Fubara has said and what the People Democratic Party, the worst hit in this?